Hey guys, it's Al from Catalyst. You know it's always a crazy time when a new YouTube apology video comes up. So let's look at the Jeffree Star stuff. I've been keeping up with this on the side. I'm sure if you've been following the channel, you saw my videos on Catalyst After Dark, where I was touching upon the Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star and the whole cancel culture thing. I've never covered it on the main channel, but you know, why not? You know, YouTube apologies are a staple. Let's see, the comments are disabled, but from the like to dislike ratio, it looks like people are in favor of Jeffree Star at the moment on what he said. So that's not always the case. A lot of apology videos are ridden with downvotes, no positivity, and no one believes it. So let's see how Jeffree Star handles the situation with James Charles and all that jazz.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Now, I've been silent for a very long time. I know that's very rare for me. I've taken a lot of time to do a lot of self-reflection. Now, in the past, I've been very guilty of speaking out of anger, out of frustration, out of my emotions. I'm so quick to grab my phone and just say whatever is on my mind in that moment without ever really thinking the ramifications of my words, my actions, and for the first time in a very long time, I'm really reflecting on my behavior and mine alone. And I've come to a lot of realizations, and it's been really important to actually understand everything that I was a part of, that I did wrong, and really start a new chapter for myself. I've spent a lot of time realizing why I do certain things and why I do the things that I do. And today, there are no excuses.
And for me personally, you know, I grew up when in high school the emo thing was still pretty big, and in middle school, and you know, Jeffree Star was a main figure point of that. And I know he's done so much stuff since then, but Jeffree Star has always been very, very edgy, you know, and I know this isn't only about stuff in his past, but also about comments he made towards, you know, some of the other people in the scene. But I mean, Jeffree Star has always been an edgy person to me. So I mean,
a year ago, I did a video called Never Doing This Again, and I meant that. And 2020 has been really, really crazy, and I have added to the chaos. When I filmed my video called Never Doing It Again, I meant every word in the video. Did I slip up? Am I human? Have I done some fucked up things? Of course I have. But at the end of the day, today, once again, I will not be exposing anyone. For everyone saying Jeffree's gonna be coming with the receipts and we all need to get ready to forgive, that is the opposite of who I am. I know I'm dramatic, I'm crazy at times, I'm outspoken, but at the end of the day, that is not who I am. And today I will not be sitting here showing a million text messages and all these things that allegedly are out there. That's not it. I will not be entertaining it. My lawyers are entertaining it behind the scenes, but I will not be. I know this may sound shocking coming from my mouth, but when you accept that you are the problem, you can become the solution. And I've definitely put myself in the victim mentality before when I knew I was wrong, and I didn't want to admit it, I wasn't ready to, and I was too...
Well, so Jeffree's taking full blame here, which is also kind of uncharacteristic. Some people take partial blame, or they kind of throw the problem on something else that's happening in their life, whether it be personal, situational, objective, subjective reasonings to kind of avoid or dance around, you know, having to basically take blame.
Secure, but today there are no excuses.
So right at the gate, there are no excuses.
I'm someone that has impulse control, and I'm fully admitting my flaws, and I hope that people can learn from me. I have moments where I get fired up. I don't think things through. I don't think about how my actions will affect others while I'm saying them. And when you speak from your emotions without fully processing something, it is one of the most unhealthy things, and that is a very major problem of mine. A lot of people want me to address this situation, and a lot of people were putting a time stamp like, Jeffree, you need to speak on this right now. And I think that we live in a world where people are just so used to doing what people want right away, and that's not good either. I think it's been very important to stay off of social media. I haven't been on in weeks. I haven't read anything, I haven't clicked a video, I haven't seen anything. And it's been really about...
Well, yeah, I mean, when it's all negative, you kind of want to turn it off. I'm sure no one wants to see negative press about themselves every single day. So in one way, I feel like saying that is, yes, it is a good thing for your mental health, but it's also like, are you just choosing to ignore the criticism?
Finding myself again and remembering why I'm here and how my actions can affect other people and everyone around me. I know there's a lot of people waiting for me to address this situation. Now, I didn't try to take anyone down. I'm not a villain in a movie. This isn't a Netflix series with a crazy storyline. I know it sounds like it, and trust me, I'm sure I'd watch it as well, but this is my real life, and a lot of things that are happening and being said are false. When someone else tries to take someone else down or their career and it doesn't work, you can't just take a few more down with you. That's not how life works. We have to all take accountability for our own actions and no one else's. And that's what I will continue to do. And if I don't, please fucking remind me. Now, I know that I've had a very hard time doing that in the past, and that will not be happening again. Now, did I mix myself up in drama? Did I speak?
So for me, I'm getting a mix between like, in terms of genuineness in what he's saying. I'm getting like a half and half. Half of it feels like a media trained response. Half of it feels like, you know, obviously you are apologetic towards that. If you made a lot of people mad, you're going to feel bad or sorry regardless if you did initially or not, you know? So, yes, you feel bad, but some of this feels a little like just media trained type of response, but I don't feel like it's just like they're lying or anything.
On things I shouldn't have speak on? Of course I did. Did I believe certain things instead of asking the source? Did I get caught up in the hype? Did I do dumb shit? And did I not just simply call James Charles and ask questions myself? 100%. And that is my fault. I would like to personally apologize to James Charles for the words that I've said and for my actions. If I was really close with someone, I should have had the ability to just...
You know, James Charles is part of the newer generation of, you know, in the grand scheme of things, YouTubers. James Charles, I know he's big on his beauty and stuff, but James Charles has just kind of been big as a YouTuber. It doesn't really matter if you're into beauty or not beauty. So there definitely was some rifts there, and I know Jeffree Star made a resurgence because I believe when James Charles was on the come up, Jeffree was kind of on the down low, you know, and I don't really know the exact like history of the beauty cosmetic scene, but just from being on YouTube all the time, I do know that the cosmetic scene is one of the biggest, maybe if not the biggest outside of gaming on YouTube. So it's kind of unavoidable to see all the drama and stuff happening. So apologizing to a fellow YouTuber and maybe someone who actually kind of helped bring you back up is, you know, kind of nice.
Simply call them and ask and say, hey, these were the things that were being said to me. Instead, I didn't. I let people really gas me up, get me going behind the scenes, and I really fell for a lot of things and I got caught up in the hype. It's disgusting, it's awful, and none of it should have happened. So James, I am truly sorry for my actions and my behavior. 2020 has been very tumultuous for a lot of us. It has been a very crazy year, and I think that James and myself and anyone involved would agree with me that there are way bigger issues happening on this planet. I know that...
Oh, no. See, I
100%...
I don't like that type of response. I get it. I get it. There are bigger things happening, but let's see what he has to say.
But in reality, I have a lot of amazing real people behind the scenes, and I'm forever grateful for those people who always remind me of who I am, because lately I definitely was slipping. Now, what me and Shane accomplished together, business-wise, I hope that it inspires anyone out there that wants to start a business, that is an entrepreneur, or who is afraid to get off their feet. Because remember, I used to be homeless and work at the mall, and I really just said, you know what? I want to create my own vision, and that's what I did. And he has always believed in me. All right, now, no matter what narrative anyone tries to spin of me, I am so fucking proud to own an inclusive makeup company.
See, well, there again, you know, like there's bigger things. There's COVID. I was homeless. Depending if you're on the left, I don't mean politically, but you know, if you're on the left, either that is you could feel sympathetic for him and see that as inspirational. If you're on the right, you would see that as stop victim blaming yourself. So I don't really know how to take it. I'll figure it out.
Since I opened my doors in 2014, I've created products for everyone. Any product, shade, or formula I've created has worked for any race, gender, and most importantly, I want you guys to remember that all beauty matters. And from the very first ad of my company, I have always shown people of color and anyone, no matter what size your body are or what gender you are accepted in Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I know a lot of people try to deter from my message, and sometimes I've deterred it myself through negativity and drama, but that won't be happening anymore. I will always use my platform and my voice for good. Now, I remember when brands were making 10 concealers and 15 foundation shades, and they thought that that was correct.
See, okay, the thing is, I feel like if you run a brand, I feel like you don't necessarily have to make products that are for good. And I don't mean for good as in, like, how do I explain this? You know, so if you're running a cosmetics brand and you want to have a positive message, you know, I guess that is more socially acceptable. But what if you want to have a more edgy brand? What if you you're not trying to promote anything that's going to hurt anybody, but you're not promoting necessarily a positive message, but maybe a more emotional or dark or serious message? I feel like you don't have to run a company, quote unquote, for the good with a positive message, if that makes sense.
I remember speaking up very loudly to my peers and other people in this industry saying that it was wrong, and I got a lot of shit for it, but I always stick up for what's right, and I always will. When huge corporations have stolen from small brands, I was the first one to speak up very loudly. Now, sometimes it can be misconstrued for drama or tea or being sarcastic, but the message was always that no, you have to do right in this industry. And that's what I'll always stand by. Now, I just want to say thank you to everyone out there who has been supporting me, DMing me, messaging me, and just showing so much love. I know that sometimes it's not popular to be a fan of me, to be my friend, but it has been so much for all the ride or dies and the millions of people who have just been waiting for me to come back. Just know that it has been very important to actually...
Yeah, man, I mean, we can't be running people off their platforms. You know, I was just talking to someone about, you know, especially with the whole Nick Cannon stuff. Britney Spears is allegedly under scrutiny of the conservatorship. Jeffree, Shane, it's just everybody under the sun right now is getting, you know, canceled. We can't be running these people off of their jobs. These people provide content for us as a society. You know what I mean? They provide entertainment, products, etc., and we can't micromanage someone for like things that they've done in the past. I just think it's starting to get lame at this point. Like, it's really starting to get lame, depending on the, you know, kind of the evidence of it all. I know some of these comments that he's addressing are more recent too with the James Charles stuff, but still, I know it's a combination of all of the above.
Self-reflect and not just grab my phone and say whatever I'm feeling in that moment. This has been me silent for a reason. I've been really, really working on myself. And I definitely was distracted. There's also been a lot of things going on in my personal life which will never be excuses, and I'm not going to talk about them today, but just know that we're all human beings and we're all going through a lot. What is next? You guys know, Jeffree Star Cosmetics will never be slowing down, and I'm so excited for everything that is coming for the rest of 2020. I know that the makeup world is changing, the beauty community is shifting, and COVID has transformed our entire world. But what's coming next is one of my most exciting projects ever, and I can't wait. August is going to be very exciting. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching and listening to my words, and thank you.
Yeah, so that's interesting, especially someone, like I said earlier, that I've been on and off keeping up with Jeffree Star for a long time. And like, I remember kind of when Jeffree started coming back into popularity, I was like Jeffree Star, really? Like they're popping again? But and that was like a while ago. I remember Jeffree being at like 4 million subs. I'm like, that's decent now at almost 20 mil. That's cray. So yeah, Apology. What do you guys think? AO out.